going to Yarrow.
Hello, Justin. Thank you so much for this time. So many highlights. So I'm going to reach out on LinkedIn and maybe we keep having some conversation. But
Right on.
I found it really interesting in the beginning of our time together, you sharing the kind of dichotomy that I saw in how you viewed yourself as a young child, and then what I perceived as external factors that kind of changed that perception of yourself, and then the challenges that came as you closed that circle and came back to a healthy, self view. But also hard things. I grew up with more of a subconscious perception of, if it's not hard, then you're not doing it as well as you can, in which case things should be hard. And in my professional expansion, realized that following some innate skill sets that did come naturally, I was able to excel in spaces that, sorry, my kid is, that came naturally. Not that it was easy or is ever easy, but rather than going for the hard things, because I had this perception of that's where I should apply myself, to follow some innate things and then grow further in those. Curious if you have any, because I feel like that's what you did too. But any more comments on applying ourselves to areas that come naturally to excel versus just going after hard things because it seems like that pulls more from us.
Yeah. I had somebody say to me once, Justin, what if it didn't have to be so hard? And it hit a light bulb off in my mind, thinking, well, if it's not hard, I'm not getting better. If it's not hard, I'm not doing the hard thing. And this is where I get really spiritual, in the sense of, if this is what I'm called to do, if this is where I'm supposed to go, there's a moment where, yes, I have to be refined by fire. There's moments where I need to be put into really difficult things so that it can ultimately take out all the impurities within me. I give this example of gold. If you get 14 karat gold, it's not 100% gold. There's iron, copper, nickel, all of these other alloys in there. To the naked eye, when you look at this, it's gold. But if I burn this down, there's going to be the impurities float to the top. And it's only then that you can scoop them out. Everybody looks great in easy times. Everybody looks calm. Everybody looks collected. Everybody looks like a great leader. Everybody looks strong. But it's only when you're put in fire that your true character comes out. It's only when you're put in difficult situations that your true character comes out. It's only in these areas. So be grateful for the hard things, but you're not seeking the hard things constantly. If you're seeking the hard things constantly, it's often what causes us to fall. And for me, over the course of probably from 15 to 35-ish, about 20 years, what I had to learn was that because I thrived and was successful by the world's view, doing hard things, that if I didn't seek it out, or I didn't create, even like, talk about like a brain buster, I actually had times where I created hard things in my life where they're going to be easy, but I create them. I make them hard. I make challenges. I make problems so I can then go and solve problems, because that's what I get my validation from. If we can actually step back and say, oh my gosh, if I'm on purpose and I'm doing what it is that I'm called to, I can actually have things that are working in my favor. It doesn't have to be hard all the time. It doesn't mean it's less effort, but it means you effort less. You still push, you still go. It's still doing the thing, but it's not a grind. It's not showing up and just pushing through. And so that's the I think concept I would give to you is, think about, are you doing it because the world tells you to, or are you doing it because God told you to? Are you doing it because you feel like this is what it is that I have to do, and I have a limiting belief in this area and I have to make it hard? Or is it because, no, I know this is the fire I have to walk through in order to get to the other side, which is a better version of me that's ultimately going to step into that in a more powerful way?
Great
Amazing.
answer.
Thank you.